video. Hello darlings and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I am going to be doing my follow-up to my how to be confident on camera. Last week I did a video all about how to be your most confident when you are on video camera, and today I wanted to do another video that is all about specifically photo shoots and how to be confident when you are having your photograph taken. Obviously this is more applicable to people doing things like pin-up or vintage photography or modelling, but it can also just help anyone who wants to feel generally more relaxed and confident and carefree in front of any camera lens, even if that's just when you're getting your family photo taken at a barbecue. I'll be giving my tips that I have learned through my own experiences being on camera. I take a lot of photographs for things like Instagram and theatre. I've had headshot photography sessions done, and I work very closely with my friend Divergence Photography, who is starting his own camera business. But I am someone who is very calm and relaxed and very confident having my photo taken, especially in a pin-up style, and I wanted to share that experience with all of you. So of course my number one tip for being calm and ready in front of a camera is self-confidence. Now this again is one of the main things I talked about in my last how to be confident in camera video, and it really is the gold standard. Now being self-confident is something that can take a long time to build up, but generally just feeling calm and relaxed and focusing on things like deep breathing if you are nervous before the photo shoot, focusing on your posture, and just generally knowing that you are working with someone who has your best interests at heart. The photographer wants to take a good photo of you, wants to take lots of good photos of you, and you are working collaboratively to make that happen. They are not looking to catch you out, and also not every photograph will be a good one. I've had some very sweet people online tell me that they don't think I've ever taken a bad photograph, and whilst I very much enjoy the face, oh my god, you are so wrong. There are lots of very derpy and some downright hideous photographs of me that you will never see because I will never post them online. Sometimes I post the derpy ones, but the straight up ugly ones are never seeing the light of day. I've made friends delete photos before. So some things that can help with self-confidence are deep breathing, using positive affirmations directly before and mentally during the photo shoot, asking for positive feedback from your photographer, which I will get into a little bit later, and focusing on keeping a good posture. Remember, we talked about posture in my last video, but just in case you missed that, you want to stand with your feet shoulder width apart as a good base, and then you can move around. You want to lift up right from the bottom of your spine, straightening each vertebra on top of each other. Feel like there is a string moving right down the center of your body and pulling up from the crown of your head. You want your core to be activated and your derriere to be tucked in and your ribcage lifted and your shoulders to be relaxed down and slightly back. This is your basic good posture, and then of course when you're posing you can move into other positions. My next tip for feeling confident on a photo shoot is to have a good understanding of how your face and your body move. So practicing things like posing in front of mirrors, looking at photographs of yourself, taking test photos on your phone where you just move around, try out loads of different styles, find the angles and the positions that work best for your particular body and that enhance your body the most. And the same with your face. You don't want to look tense and hold a lot of tension in your face. Remember to release your jaw. So many people hold a lot of tension in their jaw. You want to release that. Release your eyebrows, release the forehead, and you want to give a good smile. And on photography you sometimes have to open your eyes a little bit wider than you might think. You don't want necessarily always to be really smiley where your eyes end up looking like they're closed. So just smile and just focus on putting a little bit of pizzazz into those eyeballs. This is something the photographer will often direct you with. If you need inspiration for posing, then you can always go and look at old Hollywood stars, pin-up photography, pin-up illustrations, old films, and really find inspirations that you want to draw from that you can use as kind of a jumping off point for different poses. Also, obviously something that will affect your posing is if you are using things like props, if you are in different locations, so somewhere like a poolside shoot, you'll often probably be sat down or lying and reclining, so that will obviously change the kind of poses that you use. So it's good to build up an arsenal of say 5 or 6 basic poses. I will link a video by the inimitable Miss Lady Lace, who is a wonderful pin-up and burlesque artist, on some of the pin-up poses that she uses for photo shoots, which are really great for inspiration, and I will link that in the card above. So once you have practiced your posing, focused on your posture and your breathing, and worked on your self-confidence via positive affirmations, the next thing you want is to plan out your look. This is obviously much more applicable if you are going for something very specific like a photo shoot, but I would always recommend testing out your hair, makeup and outfit so that you know that it works all together and that you feel very calm and confident that it looks good. This will save you from worrying about pieces of hair being in the wrong place or your makeup not flattering your face the best, because you will know that you look absolutely fabulous, and that will give you the freedom to just think about posing and being in the moment. My next tip is to do with your photographer. Trust your photographer. They only want the best. They want to get good, amazing quality photographs of you that make both you and their work look good. They are not out to take any bad photos with horrible lighting or that make you look bad in any way. I have a lot of trust in my photographers because I always research their work very heavily before I work with them, which is a really good idea, especially if you're going for something very specific like a pin-up sort of photo shoot, very specific to maybe recreating photos of an old Hollywood star. You want to work with someone that is really experienced in those types of looks and know the kind of thing that you are trying to achieve. Your photographer should be giving you feedback throughout the photography process. So minor adjustments on your poses, different ways to move your face, telling you to move towards the light, different things like that so that they are getting the best posing and variety throughout your photo shoot. Another good piece of advice for posing is to think of it like a very slow motion dance. If you start with, for example, the basic pin-up pose, which I will link to Miss Lady Lace's video demonstrating, then you can move very slowly from there into different poses and different varieties. If you do this slowly, it will allow your photographer to get different photos as you move through, and also they can tell you to stop and go back to a specific pose. This will allow them to get the best possible photographs of you and to capture the most different moments. Once you are getting that feedback from your photographer and you feel calm and comfortable and you have a good rapport, my next tip is don't be afraid to try things that feel a bit kooky or out there or crazy. Try interesting and dynamic poses. They might come out looking a bit weird, but you might create some real magic. So don't be afraid, just really go for it and have a lot of fun. Ow! In general, photo shoots are such a fun and exciting experience that I think everyone should have in their life. I've had a lot of family portraits done and those are always so much fun. So if you are having anything like that, then hopefully this can help you. Or if you're having anything like engagement photos, pregnancy photos, congratulations, that's so exciting, and I'm so happy for you. And also if you're just going for your pin-up modeling dreams, then I hope you have an absolutely spectacular time, and I hope that these tips are very useful for you. Remember, you are the bee's knees, you are the epitome of elegance and fabulousness and everything that you want to be, and you're going to get some beautiful photos that you'll be able to cherish that really capture something from that day. So I do hope that this video was helpful or informative for you. I really enjoyed making it. So do let me know if you have any tips for photo shoots of your own in the comments below, and let me know what you thought of mine. Also, if you have any questions, I'm always happy to ask them. Remember that everything I am wearing in all of my videos is always linked in the description, so I would never leave you out in the cold. I will always tell you the brand and link it if I can. And I am so happy. It is such a beautiful sunny day. I'm going to go and take some photos now, and remember to have courage and be kind, and to make all of your dreams come true, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! We're having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. The temperature's rising, it